Like, here's the thing, Stephen. Like, technically, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Put this day together, and we'll deconstruct it next week. And this is all to help us all learn the balance that we have between our mind, our body, and our soul. And I know this is asking a lot on a Friday afternoon with your favorite Jeff Cobelli.
See what I mean? Stephen, that's so much pressure. I'm kind of into it. Hey guys, good to be back. So I was here this morning. I was watching your other keynote speakers. So I just want to wrap up some things that I've been saying in the, sorry, my mouth is so dry, I need my water. Give you a, sorry about showing you my butt.
I get an applause for grabbing my water? Really?
I want to drive home a message before I start today about what happened this morning, because you had amazing speakers today. But what I want you to understand is they're talking about their life now, and they're talking about their purpose and their passion. But understand that both of their stories came from a tragedy. And they took what could be perceived as suffering, and they turned it, and a mess, and they turned it into their message. And so today I've been talking about living your passion, right? Because I think that's important. JC and Stephen are living their passion. You know, I was telling the groups earlier, like, nobody would blame JC for like just calling it a day, like not being out there, being an activist about that stuff. She lost both her parents. But now she's healing herself doing these talks through the past 9 years. She's helping other people. And as I was saying before, and she's making money. Pretty cool. That's pretty nice. I don't know what I'm really going to end up talking about today, because I have like 25 slides to get through, and I'm reluctant to even skip past this one because I want to bring something. I know it was a heavy morning for you guys. Hopefully the breakout sessions were a little break, but I'm going to bring you down a little bit before I bring you back up, because I want to share something that I really don't share with a lot of people, and it's something that I need to do more often. So I'm going to go to a place that I normally don't go in front of this many people. But this first slide, I call it the goods, really, just because my company's named Good For You Productions. Like, nothing more behind that than that. But the My Life blank is really a prompt for you, because I want all of you to understand that you're at this point in your life where you're going to start to really fill in the blank and make those decisions for yourself. A lot of people in your life are still telling you what to do, whether it's a father, mother, teacher, preacher, somebody along those lines who's higher above you telling you what to do. You're getting close to a place where you're mature enough to have personal responsibility. And what are you going to do with that? So really, this is that My Life. Think about where your life is headed and start thinking about that now. But I was thinking about why. I always think about why. Why do we do anything? Why do we get out of bed in the morning? Why do we start a company? Why do teachers come here and teach every day? And there's something behind them. Maybe, sometimes just, I need this job because I got to pay the bills. But there's a motivation behind everything. I started my company, Good For You Productions, really because I wanted to help people. I've seen some people suffer in the past, and I've seen people not be able to express themselves. Maybe I felt that way a little bit myself when I was younger. I wanted people to have a voice. But really, I had something terrible happen, not to me, but in my life, that I've used as motivation for about the last 7 years, and I want to talk about that real quick. What I want to talk about that's hard for me is my brother. I have this brother, Eddie. Right? He's about 10 years older than me. This is my brother when he was in high school. Really close to him. He was somebody, I shouldn't say was, he's still alive. He is somebody who's extremely talented, funny, clever, like all the potential in the world. You know, I mean, he was athletic. He could just do everything. He can teach himself anything. But he made bad choices, and he was affected by a bad illness. So Eddie, that's my brother Eddie, he diagnosed bipolar schizophrenia. So it's two of the worst things that you can have. Bipolar is kind of like manic. I feel good about everything, and it's the other end where it's manic. I hate everything, and everything sucks. That's bipolar. So 3 months of everything is amazing, followed by 3 months of everything is the worst, back and forth, back and forth. Schizophrenia is when you're paranoid about things that are not real. So my brother Eddie was living in his apartment thinking that I was breaking in every night to steal his music. So my brother Eddie had his windows boarded up. He had a chain lock on his door so nobody can get in. But I would still go and visit him as much as I could. One night, he texted me, "Hey, can you talk?" I responded back with the text, "I'm too busy." This was about 7 years ago. 3 days later, I was at the police station filing a missing report for my brother Eddie. He just disappeared. Just went off. Still don't know why. It's been 7 years. But I get little glimpses of my brother Eddie now. So this is what Eddie looks like now. This was taken about a year ago, with the last time he was arrested. It's so interesting. I was really thinking about this. And part of this, honestly, is to get your attention. This is something real in my life, but I wanted to get your attention right away. Because one of the things that my brother Eddie felt like he was lacking was something called love. He just felt like he was lacking love and hated the world for it because he didn't think anybody cared or loved him. So he struggled. So he disappeared. He always talked about living in the woods. He went somewhere not talking to anybody. That's 7 years ago. But Eddie doesn't realize it, but he motivates me every day to show people that they are loved. So I know that I was here a couple of months ago. I was talking about mind, body, soul. A bunch of you saw that, and I'm glad that you received me so well. It means so much to me. I guess it's weird to think that you kind of joke, but you say, like, "We love you, we love having you." Love is something that's so often overlooked when we talk about our health. And in the absence, even if it's not true, the absence of thinking that you don't have it can lead to something like this. This is a choice. This is a manifestation of thoughts right here that you're seeing. Part of my motivation is to let people know, and all of you specifically, that's why I was talking in these breakout sessions today, that I don't want you to live in a world full of fear. Like, I don't want you not to do something because you're fearful. I really want you to know that you can do anything that you set your mind to. We were joking before, you can't be the center for the New York Knicks. Like, that you can't do, fine. But so many things that you want to do, that you feel that you can achieve, are possible. You just have to get over this idea that you can't. This is extreme, obviously. The only other way to describe my brother Eddie is hearing his personality through his music. So when I say my brother Eddie was talented, he just would teach himself the guitar. He would just go out and buy a guitar, and all of a sudden he'd be playing music like a week later. So this is him just riffing. And this is also his brain. So that's freestyle Eddie's brain. You can almost hear and feel the torment that's going inside internally. So I make sure, I missed that call, I missed that text. I use that, again, that painful experience. I want to make sure that people know that they are loved. My mission every day, forget about business, is to make somebody happy that day. To look at somebody in the eye, make eye contact with them, and give them a smile. Even if I'm buying coffee at the gas station, I try to make sure, we were just out to lunch last week on a shoot, and this guy, we went to this place called Palace Dumplings in Fishkill. It's awesome, amazing dumplings. But there's this old Italian guy who just like walks around and he kind of yells at everybody in the restaurant. And on the reviews, they all say that he's like so rude. I just asked him a couple of questions. You should have seen, he's walking around like this. He was like the guy from Up. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, that old man in the movie Up. He was just kind of like this. And he'd come over to the table, he'd be like, what do you want? Hey, make them the dumb, just sort of like that. We just started asking him a couple of questions. All of a sudden, he starts telling us his life story. His humpback basically goes, he's standing up straight, he's smiling. He's telling us stories about stuff that happened 20 years ago. That's a successful day for me, if I just do that for one person. That's huge for me. I wouldn't have that mentality. I talk about my brother Eddie, and again, it could be a suffering thing, but I don't know if I'd have that mentality if I hadn't gone through that. So it's unfortunate what happened, but my brother gave me a gift. Like, I always want to be there for somebody when the world thinks that nobody's there. I promise you this all won't be heavy. I just had to lead with that because I was really thinking about why I do stuff every day now. Why? I start thinking about that. Why do you get out of bed? And what are you going to do with your time? Time is going to start flying for you. Like I'm talking about, you're starting to get responsibilities, you'll get a job, start paying bills. That's all going to be happening soon. Like some of you are going to be driving in a couple of years. I'm going to get off the road in a couple of years, but some of you are going to get licenses. But think about what you're going to do with your time. But think about it. If today was your last day to live, would you be running home to turn on Fortnite? Yes? Listen, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of this word should. Like you should do this and you should do that. Listen, if in your life you end up watching 12 hours of TV and you love that and really enjoyed it, great. The problem is most people get depressed when they consume hours and hours of video content, of gaming. So you just think about it. I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I'm just asking you to think about how are you spending your time. Like I think I'm 36. I'm halfway done. I'm about halfway. I gotta do another one of these. So today I felt like there was a lot of business people. I just want to touch on some entrepreneurship, going into business for yourself. I want to encourage you, if anybody is thinking about doing anything, has an invention, an idea. We were talking to somebody today in the breakout session. She's a makeup artist. She's already getting a lot of eyeballs on her Instagram videos and posts and stuff like that. So for her, it's keep on running with it and be consistent. Keep on doing that. You think, they say, it takes 10,000 hours, about 10 years of dedicated practice to become an expert in something. And if she's been doing that for a couple of years, she's going to be an expert by the time she hits 20. And let me tell you the truth about makeup stuff. You don't need to go to college for that. Some teachers might yell at me in here because I'm somebody who's going to lean towards, if you're going to college, make sure it's worth it. If you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, attorney, teacher, 100% worth it. If you're going to be somebody creative like me, a public speaker and a film, I spent over $100,000 on my student loans. I'm still paying it. It might be worth it, it may not, but you're going to have to start considering that. Because information is getting more accessible. Like when we had to do homework and we had to write a book report, there was no Google. We had to read the book. It's crazy, right? So be careful. Just be careful what you're doing because you have a lot of the information out there. So be mindful of what you're doing with that. Anything that you start out, I was saying this before, you're not going to be good at anything that you start doing. I wasn't good at anything the first day I started doing it. It takes practice. It takes time. It takes persistence. Life is a constant struggle. So whether you go work for somebody else, work for yourself, life is going to be hard. There's going to be challenges and struggles. The point is to overcome it. Life stinks. I want to tell you a quick story. Somebody asked me earlier, one of my favorite projects to do is this project called Someday Melissa. It was a documentary about a young girl who died of an eating disorder when she was at the young age of 19. So interesting on that, I got hired straight out of Emerson College, which I spent a lot of money on. I had nothing to show the person. I went to the mom. The mom was actually the one who hired me. And she had told me that her daughter got accepted into Emerson 2 days before she died. So I was hired. Great, right? So we went on for a year making that project, showed her the first draft of the project. So we were working on that for about a year. And she fired me. And she said I didn't like it. Some other people said they didn't like it. So this other company took it over, and they were doing some footage. They showed her first draft, and they fired her. They fired that company. So then she came back to me. We ended up finishing that project. The point I'm trying to make with this is that all the time people are going to put you down. It's going to happen. I want you to understand that you are not getting through this world. I probably brought this up in the last assemblies. No matter what happens in your life, you're not getting through it unscathed. Something is going to happen to you. There's going to be obstacles. The point of life is not to make life easy. The point of life is not to be happy. The point of life is to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you and live your passion and do things that people tell you that you can't. At least that's what life is for me. So that's why I say I want all of you to really believe that. You know, I felt like so much of today was going to be about, just entrepreneurial spirit. This whole idea that in this country, like salary jobs are decreasing and self-employment is going up. There's more opportunity for all of you. All right, biggest thing, maybe takeaway from this. Be yourself. This idea about idolizing somebody and making somebody that you follow your idol. Be careful of that. My idol as a kid was Michael Jackson. That didn't work out for me. It's a big disappointment. We were talking earlier, be a role model for somebody else. But most importantly, be yourself, express yourself, because people gravitate towards that. Start thinking about what's in it for others. Always in your life. Just start thinking about what's in it for others. And all the benefits will come back to you. Our company, we tell stories of others. We promote other people. It eventually comes back to us. We've worked with a lot of nonprofits, and we've made these benefit videos for them where they raise more money. They double the amount of revenue. That means that they hire us back again. But we make it about them. It's not about us. I know a lot of kids your age, and they look at how many followers they have and what's the sub count. Take the pressure off yourself. You don't need a lot of followers to be great. It's just making one person happy, changing one person's life. That's what makes you great. Being a servant to others. Anybody can do that. Everybody, I was passing out business cards. Everybody who has a business card, come on up on stage. Don't be shy now, you took a business card. You guys can have a seat for right now. Everybody, I gave out more than that. You could have. Oh, okay. All right, so, because we're running out of time here. So guess what? So, for you young persons on the stage, one at a time. Hold on a second. I gotta explain the rules on this real quick. Just settle down for 1 second. Let me just settle for 1 second. Let me explain what's gonna happen, and then you guys can talk as much as you want. So, on stage, what's going to happen? If you need to get off stage right now, you feel you can't do this, you can. This is not a requirement. I'm giving you the opportunity. I can't hear you. Hold on. Hold on. Listen, this is all you got to do. So one at a time. And we're going to start with you right here. Yep. They only have to dance for 30 seconds. And we can begin. All right, next. Next. Oh, that was like 7 seconds. Next. Next. You want to bring your friends? Next. Yeah, go up. Who's next? Who hasn't danced up there? All right, round of applause for our dancers. That's it. That's it. What happened to you? You never went. One more minute. Sebastian, you want to go? Yeah, go up, go up. Next. Next.
They're the last ones.
Next, last one. Last one, last one. One more round of applause for everybody. All right, so I'm out of time. I just want to wrap up. So, the point of that no matter how confident or no matter how scared they do look, it's so scary to come up here and dance in front of everybody. But especially for the people who were most scared that just did that, ask them how they feel now that they've done it. They feel like a giant right now. So we use this little exercise to show you that when you overcome one little fear, you're going to feel like you can do anything. And it becomes a habit that you overcome your fears. And I believe if you guys all overcome some fears and do the things that you're afraid to do, that you're going to have great things ahead of your life, because those are the things that you need to do. So I think I'm out of time, but thank you so much for your time today, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are done. You're done.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you for dancing.
Can I get a new card and can I get it signed?
A new card?
My card's bent. Can I get it signed?
I just need a pen.
All right, I'll get a pen. I'll put my pen.
If you're not sitting in the aisle, sit down. Sit down.
It's sort of a signature.
It works.
What's your name?
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Only if you were sitting on the
How do you
stairs.
spell that?
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah.
Hannah, yeah.
You cannot all leave at once. The students in the center rear.
You signed the
Go
business card.
out the
Yeah, I just
back
need a pen.
door.
Sure.
This one is struggling.
Yeah, the pens are struggling. That's okay.
I think it's so cool you guys asked me to do
Also
this.
try on this one. This is one that I have the top perfectly cut off. There's like paper. See, this one's X. This is a good one to do it. Like across the whole thing. Because it's like just the paper stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just that type of paper doesn't work.
Trust
Right?
which one
Sort of
counts.
works. Can I
Yeah?
bring it up piece of paper?
I'm going to put this here.
Wait. What if I have a piece of paper you can sign?
Not tell you to go
Wait, I
yet.
got this.
Sometimes I think they're messing with me.
I got this. It's beautiful. Plain piece of paper. Why isn't that pen working? You know it works. It's fine.
The rest of the middle section, and only the middle section, out the front door and walk.
Can I get a selfie with you?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Wait. Ooh, can I go one too?
No.
Yeah, I want one too.
No.
You guys just have to tag me in those so I can see them.
I will. I will.
I have your business card, so I'll definitely tag you.
Yo,
I'll pick that up.
Alright.
That was excellent.
Yeah?
What's your company? What's the name of your company?
Good for your productions.
Good for You Productions. Give me a call. I run the East Chester School Foundation. I'd love for you to
Oh,
come.
cool.
Are you local?
We're in Peekskill. It's not far. Yeah, love to talk.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
get a selfie? Here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got a selfie.
Those people on nearest Beanie, go out the back door.
That would have been funny though.
That would have been great. Yes! Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was lovely. It was very good.
Thank you. I just felt like that sucked, honestly. The volume on the videos, I just didn't like, really. High fives all day. That felt like 5 minutes.
Those people in front of Miss Dawson, go out the front. The rest of you go out the back.
Yeah, for sure, man. You just gotta tag me in it. I don't know where you post it.
Oh,
I don't have Snapchat.
Oh, maybe Instagram. I'm gonna follow
Yeah,
you
yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's
Jeff
right.
Cobelli. Alright. Thank you. Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you. Your love, you need it, you want it. What? The Famous Life?
I've never seen you sign an autograph.
I know, that's like, well, that's why I was like, there was a couple of sessions where I was like, are you guys messing with me? Like, are you just like, are you trolling me?
You doing like this kind of stuff?
All day. When I walked in here this morning, when the girl was, yeah,
Talk to you.
sure,
Mr. Cobelli?
yeah.
Go, Cyrus.
Can you subscribe to PewDiePie, please?
We need your help.
To
in the
PewDiePie?
subscriber
Yeah.
war.
And you're having a subscriber war?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
make sure that you're not
PewDiePie
subscribed to
versus-
T-Series.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So do me this favor, because I don't know.
It's Carl's YouTube
You
channel.
might as well be saying random words right now.
PewDiePie's the greatest. You
Tell me what I should subscribe to and
Oh,
what I
yeah,
should
yeah.
not.
Never subscribe to T-Series.
T-Series?
No, yeah, it's a corporate company in India. Just do it, and they make really bad. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
And then PewDiePie.
Oh, I spelled
PewDiePie is
PewDiePie
the independent.
I thought PewDiePie was a rapper.
No, he's made songs.
He's made raps.
You ever heard of fish lasagna?
No.
No.
Search it out. Search
Right
it
at the
out.
next school you go to.
There's always one group that gets in trouble. That's not the same group as last time, was it?
There you go.
Is that like the bad group? Yeah, I'll do this tonight.
Alright, watch fish lasagna.
Is it Rod Diggs Project Music Director's Cut?
Salute.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Wait.
There you go. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Guys, look.
Oh no, don't play that.
Yeah.
No, play it. Play it.
I mean, play it in somewhere else.
Wait,
Don't
you
get me in
coming back
trouble.
to school anytime this year?
If they have me back. I don't know if I
Yeah.
did that. I felt like that didn't go that well. I'm kind of bummed.
Amazingly well.
Really?
See,
Yeah.
you guys went
Inspire
well.
us.
Everyone just like,
You inspire us.
yes.
Yeah?
Inspired. So we
We can't clap as much because otherwise we're gonna get yelled at by the principal.
Yeah. We had
can't
a
clap
teacher right
anymore.
next to us. So we
Yeah, we can't clap
Yeah.
anymore.
Aren't you guys supposed to do this or something? What do they have you do?
Oh,
I don't
What was that?
I don't know.
Instead of clapping, or was like this or this, or snapping?
I think they were like telling.
I just
So I
screamed your
think
name.
some
Get
kid
a
was like
standing
saying,
ovation
saying
from-
like
from the
"I wanna
back."
stand up or something like that. So she got pissed about that.
I don't know. There's some weird. Clapping for you. There you go.
Well, I'm glad. We'll stay in touch, all right?
Yeah.
I got
Have a good weekend.
We have to have a goodbye high five.
Want to exchange phone numbers with all of us?
Have a hug.
Are you allowed to do hugs? Is there like a
Yes, can I
policy
have a
against
hug?
hugs?
Can I get
Come
on
here, give me,
this?
give me,
Yes.
give me a hug. Hope you guys are all right.
They have the group.
Is everything okay at home?
Ian, get in.
You guys want to talk about
I don't have
something?
Can we
We're all
exchange
orphans.
phone-
I don't have
Can we
a
all
dad.
exchange phone numbers
Is
with
everything
you?
okay? You guys can exchange phone numbers with each other, and then
you.
And
let
then
me-
We already
You're
have
part of
each
the
other's
group now.
phone
You're
numbers.
part
I know you'll just DM it.
Wait, I
Yeah.
need Chris
Yeah.
high five. I need
Follow
Chris
my
high
Instagram. I
five.
have an offensive meme account.
You what?
I have an offensive meme account.
No.
Wait, hold
Oh
on.
boy. Thank
Wait,
you.
what's the
Appreciate
name of your
it.
account?
Have a good weekend.
Let's get you.
Yeah, I hope that went all right.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
They're crazy that they have your business card. They're all excited.
And I was just giving them out to get them on stage for the end. I wasn't even
How
like,
silly they are.
like so many of them are asking me for the autograph. I'm like, are you guys trolling me? Are you guys like making fun of me, or is this real? Like, don't mess with me. Like, just don't mess with me.
No, I think it's real.
It's
Did you get it other places?
not like that. Not like autographs. That felt weird.
Well, we'll let you know. Yeah. I know. You can't figure them out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank
Yeah.
you. You're a good guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.